From the empty and quiet street of the Kandy district, much like the rest of the island, we greet you good afternoon to bring you this game of SLC Greens versus SLC Blues of the Dialog-SLC Invitational T20 League, all the way from the Pallekele International Cricket Stadium. We've had some jam-packed action in this tournament so far, a couple of rain-affected games as well, but all in all, it has been a wonderful experience bringing you this tournament full of talented Sri Lankan cricketers, young ones and some seniors as well. From the picturesque background that covers this beautiful stadium, the Pallekele International Cricket Stadium. It's match 9 that's coming up.
Good grammar and spelling are important.
Looking for
but
their
if you
first
want to
win.
write...
I say good afternoon to a man we've had the privilege of listening some nice cricketing anecdotes. Kamini Pereira.
Very good afternoon, Samir. Yeah, looking at this ladder, I think Greys have got 1 foot in that final. Blues and Reds 4 points each. Greens, I think the hard luck story of this tournament for them to make it, to be honest. But yeah, it's an interesting contest. Not only the team achievements or collectively, I think the individual players also looking at these opportunities. And there are a few names that we are talking about. Dasun Chanaka leading from the front, 195. Kamindu Mendis did not have in the meantime. Most wickets by Himesh Ramanaka. He got 4 out of those 6 in that last game. Sikhuge Prasanna didn't collect any in the last game. He's got 6 already. Chamya Karnatha just 2 games of 5. So the Reds are dominating the top of the order in that bowlers list. Surprisingly, they've only collected 2.
Much time remaining, just 2 games to go. They've done decently well. We've seen some of their batsmen being on the top, but it's the bowlers that have really let them down. Not having been able to get over the line in the last few overs. The Blues, in the meantime, got a lot of youngsters in their group and they've done well in patches. But okay, looks like we have a brand new wicket on which we are playing today as well. Kamini Pereira will take us through what this will look like.
Oh, looks in good order, isn't it? The strip to the naked eye, not a lot of grass, a lot of heavy rolling has been done over the surface. So the
spinners won't mind that. But let's try and find out who's going to be bowling first on this track. This is what happened at the toss. Mr. Nallaya Devarajan, the match referee, in between the 2 captains, Ashan Priyanjan of the Greens and Dana.
Target really how many runs is that you will be comfortable with. So I think they'll be happy chasing because you cannot see that the wicket is going to deteriorate much after the first 20 overs. Sadira Samarekram, as we mentioned, is in form. Dhananjay De Silva, who had the chance to open the batting in the last game.
The one change for the Greens, Saminda Fernando comes into that opening slot against the opportunity for Krishan Sanjula goes away. But Pathum Nisanka, Kamindu Mendis have been among the runs. Ashan Priyanjan, the captain, will want to get among the runs as well. A couple of youngsters there, Shamu Ashan, Ramesh Mendis, have been impressed. And we'll wait and see whether Dhananjay Lakshan continues to open the batting. He got some runs the last time he did that.
I can't see a reason why they have to change that lineup, to be honest. Incidentally, Samir, having looked at the results, like we mentioned before, but in that last game, they lost the game according to the Duckworth-Lewis system by just 4 runs. They started chasing 137, requiring 13.7 to win, and they averaged more than that when the match was stopped. 14 runs nearly off.
Average of 27.5. He'll want to get that over 30. And he'll be facing the ball with his non-striking partner, who we were quite surprised earlier to see as an opening batsman, Dhananjay Lakshan, but he's done well so far. New ball, there you go. You see him in the background there. Left armour. Will want to swing it back into the right-handed batsman, Sadira Samaravikrama. He's been one of the leading fast bowlers for us, especially in the test arena, especially when we tour abroad.
Yeah, hint of swing for Fernando. As you mentioned, Samir, his stock ball is to bring that ball back into right-handers' pads. Now he's got a left-hander to deal with, Dhananjay Silva, who had a good outing. Good spot.
That opening slot, Gamini, for Sri Lanka.
Side to collect the first boundary. Yeah, back onto that point that you made. I don't think the selectors are in
full delivery that is more accustomed to on pitches like this.
Yeah, again, Dhananjay Lakshan looking at his bat, I don't think he has timed one yet. The 4 balls he faced, drove a couple towards the cover fielder, didn't have the timing. Even the pull shot he played, I don't think it was timed to perform.
Payment එක ටක් දාලා කරලා ගොඩක් ක්‍රම සහ විදි තියෙන අලුත්ම ලෝකයකට පිවිසෙන්න.
Vikrama, the opening partner for Vishwa will be GB of data. So that's a we'll be looking for a few of those in this over against Ishan Jayaratne.
Oh, to the bat. Ishan Jayaratne is not the most express bowler you'll face, but that's timed and that's in the gap. It may look simplistic, that cover drive, but you need a good set of skills to pierce that field on the offside. There are 4 of them.
Turn it at the right time. Make sure you got it on the gap between those 2 fielders. Well played. Oh, this time Ishan Jayaratne comes back with that lovely outswinger. Sadira trying to play a similar kind of shot, but not getting anything onto it. He'll be happy hitting it an outside edge.
That's the Greens 11 today. Again, a swing and a miss from Samara Vikrama. Will be disappointed with that. 6 coming off the second over. Blues are 11 for no loss.
බැංකුවලට කාලනුකා ජීනි get it to get it.
අවදානම එහෙමමයි. හැබැයි හදවතේ බැඳීමුත් එහෙමමයි. ඕනෑම කෙනෙකුට ගෙදර ඉඳගෙනම රීලෝඩ්.
ඔබටත් ඔබේ ආදරණීයයන්ටත් ගෙදරම ඉඳගෙන Dialog Reload ඉන්ටර්නෙට් කාඩ් My Dialog app හෝ Dialog.lk මගින් සක්‍රිය කිරීමේ පහසුවත් විඳින්න.
Losing a wicket yet, 11 for none in their 2 overs, and the Greens just given away 2 boundaries so far. Otherwise, they've bowled some good lines. Vishwa Fernando once again drops it short, and Dhananjay Lakshan pulls it. The fielder does get a hand to it. Stopped a certain boundary, I'm sure. So good fielding.
Very good piece of work. No, gets the bat in his hand. That's saving 4 for his team. Brilliant work. Not only the dive, the commitment, had the skill to time it as well.
That's an outside edge. Will that be fielded? I think it's going to trickle to the boundary. Yes, it does. So a tantalizing effort there by the fielder, third man. Unfortunately for him, Dhananjay Lakshan's outside edge is thick enough to carry the ball to the boundary.
That's a coach killer if you're up in the dressing room. The previous ball, the fielder stops 4, and the very next ball, Sandakan had the opportunity to save at least 2 for his team, but instead he gave away 3 extra runs, I reckon. Yeah, I talked about timing. I think he was touch late getting down onto that one.
Oh, that's a good comeback again by Vishwa Fernando. So he's bowled 2 types of deliveries. The short of a good length one, and the full one. And every time he's been full, the batsmen have struggled to get him away. But whenever he dropped short, the 2 balls that he did, Dhananjay Lakshan was able to time it well. So again, heinous movement away from the left-hander. Generally, that's what you get as a left-arm bowler. But he'll want to be closer to the stumps if he wants to make any use of that swing, at least early on. Bit of a polite inquiry there by Vishwa Fernando, but I don't think any of the other Green teammates were interested in that. Dhananjay Lakshan looks desperate here, trying to force the issue.
And also, I think because the wicket is playing a bit too pace at the moment, I think the other batsmen are looking to press forward and get close to the ball as quickly as possible. His head was in all sort of positions, wasn't it, Dhananjay? Yeah, Lakshan. The secret is even make you all your movements with your feet. You need to have keep your head still. That's well bowled. Very good comeback by Vishwa Fernando after conceding a boundary. Not his fault, mind you. But he certainly has got the drop on Lakshan at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like he's finally found that length that is good for him. Was experimenting with it in the first over. Went short just once and mostly full, but now he's really figured out the kind of length that is making the batsman uncomfortable, not sure whether to go front foot or back foot, sort of playing in anger, blind shots there by Dhananjay Lakshan. Vishwa Fernando will be encouraged by what he has seen so far. Goes full again, uppishly, but Dhananjay Lakshan will be happy that it didn't carry to the fielder. So end of the third over, just 4 off it. Good over by Vishwa Fernando. 15 for none.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestone. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
Going at 5 per over, the Blues. They won't mind this. They've seen, at least we've seen on this pitch, that it's not the easiest one to play your shots. A bit too paced, as my colleague Gamini Pereira was just explaining. Ishan Jayaratne bowls for Sadira Samaravikrama on the leg side, but Sadira is able to flick that off his pads. Look for 2, but they'll have to settle for a single. Good clean-up job there by the fielder down at deep scaling. Looks like Ramesh Mendis. Yes, it is him. That brings Dhananjay Lakshan, the left-hander. He won't mind facing the right-arm fast bowler. While come back to him, and he likes that leg side. We've seen him do that. Those pull shots and the flicks off the pads.
The secret to play T20 cricket is to be efficient as much as you can. There were 5 dot balls for the Greens.